This is going to be a redo video, final review of the Cheerson CX-10. My first video, I tried to get it out as quick as I could after I received it, and I wasn't very happy with how the review video came out, so I thought I'd reshoot this. So bear with me if you've seen this before. I'm just gonna give you my final thoughts and start with the quad itself, the Nano Quad. They come in 4 colors: orange, green, this color blue, and pink. As you can see, I selected the blue. The controller matches the quad. This is a 2.4 gigahertz controller. It uses 2 AAA batteries to power itself. The control sticks have these knobs on the end, but they are removable. So if you do have sticks you want to put on in case you're a pincher on the sticks, you can modify it that way. I found the sticks to be a little stiff to use, but overall not a huge problem. Here's your trim settings. This turns the quad on, the power switch. So I'll just turn the quad on quick here so you can see how it's in binding mode. But the LEDs are really cool, really bright. They really help you when you're flying for the orientation of it, seeing the props are all the same color. Charging cable here plugs into the back of the quad and has a USB. Charge it on a USB battery. This has a 100 milliamp hour LiPo inside, and it roughly gives you about 5 minutes of fly time. And for me, charge time was around 15 minutes off a computer laptop. That was a pretty good ratio. I thought the only problem is being hard. It's sealed in here. You're not able to buy spare batteries and swap them out and extend your fly time. So you always have to wait for a recharge before flying it again. The first video, I forgot, it came with a manual, and of course it came with a spare set of props in case you've broken them. But there's also sold on, I got this from Banggood. I paid $18 Canadian shipped to my house in Ontario, so it came from Hong Kong to Ontario in roughly about 2.5 weeks. So I was pretty pleased with that, how quickly it came too. So getting into the flight characteristics of this, there is no sensitivity setting, so this thing is extremely sensitive. The yaw rate, it turns really quick. When it flips extremely quick. I found that it really went up and came back to its original altitude. Some of the quads I have seem to lower when they did the flip and came at a lower altitude. But the power ratio of this thing is crazy. Takes very little effort on the stick to get this up and going, and the sensitivity rate makes this thing fly super responsive, and I'm really impressed with it. It's a lot of fun. I tend to see myself on the outer edge of a beginner getting into intermediate type flyer of quads, and this thing requires my full attention. It's a handful, but it's a ton of fun to fly, and I'm looking forward to sharpening my flying skills. One thing I want to say about it is, because of the price point, it may attract people to buy this as their first quad, and I could see this being frustrating, being your first quad, because of the sensitivity is so high. It might be hard to fly if you never flew one before. So I wouldn't really say I recommend this for a beginner user. And of course, you know, the price point, you know, this could be like a stocking stuffer type of deal for people for Christmas. So so in case you get one of these, I'd recommend maybe trying something a little bigger, like a mini quad, like the Hudson H107 series, and it's more steady, a little more forgiving in the rates. Last thing I just want to go over, the buttons click in, and that's how you perform the flips. You get a click and move it in a direction will cause the quad to flip. So just give this a rating, just for the fact that what all you get for the value and everything is awesome. I give it out of 5 stars. I give it 4.25 stars. Just that the more experienced flyer. This is total fun, and I would score it higher. But just as it comes as a package, it's a bit of a handful to fly. Could be a little frustrating. The props are a little bit brittle, and they could break easily. It's not that it's a big expense, maybe a couple bucks to get some spares, but being all said, and the controller maybe a little bit too small, the stick's a little, but I mean, what are you going to complain about for that value? But that's just my assessment, and you can agree or disagree. I'd love to hear your comments, guys. That's wrapping up for this video. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you again next time.